What possessed the police and the prosecution to charge these 7 boys?
Sometimes it may almost be enough to have a group of black lads in the back of the dock.
This case was about a young man who tragically died after being stabbed once by one person.
"5:30 in the morning, get a knock on the door. He said, "We've come to, arrest your son." I said, "Arrest him for what?" And they said, "Murder. My son is facing life in prison."
The prosecution's case was that they travelled together, they were present at the scene of the incident, they left together. There was no idea who committed the fatal stab wound.
The prosecution didn't present any evidence that there was a plan between the 7 boys. They're assumed to be part of a gang and they're assumed to be in it together.
So now you want to criminalise black boys for being friends? That's what was going on. That's scary.
If one's looking for an explanation as to why young black, in this case children, were being prosecuted for something they clearly hadn't done, then the answer lies in institutional racism.
Only one of them was convicted of murder and the other 6 were acquitted on all counts. There was even some doubt amongst the jury as to whether he was guilty.
It was a hair's breadth, because my son could have been doing years. He could have been doing years.
They shouldn't have been prosecuted, and they had to go through 14 months of incarceration, 4 months of trial at a crucial point in their lives. My client only had me and a few other lawyers singing happy birthday to him as he turned 18 in the Old Bailey cells, and it just shouldn't have been that way.
I still can't capture back that joy, that kind of atmosphere in the home. Every time I hear a car door outside, I think it's the police again. I know I've been traumatised by it. I know I have.
You're 16 times more likely to be prosecuted under joint enterprise if you're black. Joint enterprise is being inappropriately used more and more. This is an example of an endemic problem in the criminal justice system.
It is devastating lives. It's tearing lives apart.
The law of joint enterprise should be being used to prosecute people who know a crime is going to take place and intentionally join in, and it's simply not being used in that way. It's people's children, it's people's kids who've done nothing at all, and they are being given sentences often longer than they've been alive, and that should concern anybody.